Okay, so recording in progress. Okay, we are good to go. Well, welcome to Apina Travel. I am Tina. I am the sales manager for Apina Travel, have been with them for over 3 years now, but did tourism, everything, travel agent, worked for tour operator, worked for incoming, DMC, and I'm really, really happy with Apina. I love that company. So yeah, I'm here to do that seminar or webinar for you guys today. I will talk about Apina just a little bit in the next slide. Again, welcome. Thank you for taking the time to show up today. Today is a little bit about designing European pre and post river cruise programs. I will give some ideas. And then, of course, we are a customized, we customize everything. So you can send us your requests and we can help you putting a nice program together. After the webinar, I will check the chat to make sure I don't miss any of your questions. And then, of course, we will send you the recording and we also put that up on our website. So who's Apina Travel? Just real quick, in case you don't know us, we are a multiple award-winning full-service receptive operator. That's such a long word and short for D or long for DMC for groups to Germany and Central Europe. We are almost 25 years in business. Actually, next year in April, we have our 25th anniversary. About 25 employees, and we do about 1,200 groups a year. We do speak multiple languages in our office. So, of course, German, but also English, French, Italian, and Spanish. The countries that we service is mainly Germany, but not only. We have two offices in Germany. One is in Munich, close to Munich. The other one is in Dresden. But we do offer all the surrounding countries as well. So Austria, Switzerland, France, Benelux, Poland, we go to Hungary, and of course, Czech Republic. So that is helpful to know in case you have a request that includes multiple countries. You can send it over to us, and then you only work with one DMC instead of with, I don't know, sometimes 3 or 4, which can make the logistics and the planning rather stressful. So today is about designing European pre and post river cruise programs. The pre and post river cruise tours enhance the overall travel experience by extending the journey just beyond the ship. Pre-cruise programs help guests arrive early, explore the destination, and settle in with guided sightseeing and cultural activities, while post-cruise tours allow travelers to continue discovering the region after disembarkation. That's such a hard word for me to pronounce. Together, these experiences create a more seamless, immersive, and memorable trip from start to finish. So what I'll cover today is pre-cruise versus post-cruise planning. How do you decide? Just some key program considerations. I'll also go over some of the main rivers, top cities and some experiences, and then just tips for easy and scalable programs. So pre versus post, how to decide. Pre-tour is great if you want a stress-free arrival. You know, sometimes we worry about flight delays, and if you have to be at a certain time on a ship, that can be stressful. You can settle in, recover from jet lag, and ease into the time zone before the cruise begins. It also gives you extra time to explore the city and enjoy some added experiences without feeling rushed. And because, of course, everything is arranged in advance, it feels seamless, more like one smooth all-in-one package rather than separate trips. And like I said, definitely the stress-free arrival, you have time to kind of settle in, get used to the time difference, especially from the US or Canada to Europe, mostly 8, 9, sometimes 6 at the best, but sometimes 9 hours. So that can be very stressful. And of course, that also depends a little bit on the age of your clients. A post tour is perfect if you would rather stay long and keep the experience going, gives extra time to see more destinations and enjoy a deeper cultural immersion without feeling too rushed. And since the cruise is already finished, there's no pressure to make embarkation times or certain travel deadlines, except, of course, for the flight back home. And so the pace can feel much more relaxed. Many guests also like ending their trip with a memorable final experience in one last city. And just like the pre-tour option, everything is packaged together, which keeps the logistics simple and really stress-free. And with your clients in mind, of course, we can create either one. And now I'm going to give you a very brief overview over the rivers. While, there are several beautiful river cruise options across Europe, today I'm going to briefly focus on two of the most popular, the Rhine and the Danube. So the Rhine is here, and it runs from the Swiss Alps in Switzerland all the way here to the Netherlands, where it flows into the North Sea. It is classic storybook Europe. Cruises typically travel through Switzerland, France, Germany, and the Netherlands. Along the way, you will see charming medieval towns, vineyard-covered hillsides, and castle-lined riverbeds. So it's really the romantic German part. Popular stops often include cities like Basel, Strasbourg, Cologne, and Amsterdam. And it's really a wonderful mix of history, culture, and scenic landscape. The other river I'm focusing on and where I give you like some sample suggestions in a few slides is the Danube. And you see here the Danube is down here. It runs from Germany's East Black Forest eastward across Central and Eastern Europe into the Black Sea. This one offers a bit more variety in countries and cultures. So most itineraries sail through Germany, Austria, Slovakia, and Hungary, and sometimes extending into additional Eastern European countries. You experience grand capital cities like Vienna, Bratislava, and Budapest, along with picturesque villages and beautiful countryside. This is perfect for travelers who want a blend of ionic cities, architecture, and also rich cultural heritage. Of course, you get that with both rivers, specifically the cultural heritage. So now I am giving you a concrete example. And again, because we only have 15 minutes here, and I'm really trying not to rush through this, these are really just high-level overviews. And if you have a specific request, just send it over to us. Tell us your wishes, and we create it for you and send it back to you, no problem. So this is a concrete example of the Rhine. This itinerary is a wonderful extension to a Rhine River cruise and really feels like a grand finale to the journey. You will start in Basel and then explore the charming Alsace region, the scenic Black Forest, and then beautiful Lake Constance before continuing into the Allgäu and visiting various famous castles and then ending in Munich. The advantage of this one is that in just a few days, you experience 3 different countries and a great mix of landscapes, culture, and history. It also gives you access to more authentic local experiences that really elevate the itinerary beyond what you see from the river alone. So with this one, the duration is flexible. Can anywhere be from 3 to 5, 6, 7 nights, whatever it is that the client requests. So that would be just one example for the River Rhine. The next example is the Danube extension. This is ideal for guests who want to see more destinations without constantly packing and unpacking. You can stay based in 1 or 2 locations and take easy day trips, which makes the experience very relaxed and comfortable. So this specific journey here on this slide includes Regensburg or Passau or Nuremberg. And then from there, you can do visits to Bayreuth, to Bamberg, as well as Würzburg or Rothenburg before you then continue to Dresden, Saxony, Switzerland, and you can finish in beautiful Prague. So here you can choose, for example, Nuremberg, maybe stay 3 nights, do the day trips to Bayreuth, Bamberg, to Würzburg, Rothenburg, and then after 3 nights, you can move on to Dresden and the remaining destinations. So much more relaxed, and it's a wonderful mix of historic towns, cultural landmarks, and scenic landscapes. Again, we can add authentic local experiences that could be anywhere from wine tasting, culinary, hands-on workshops, meet the locals, whatever that is that your client would like. And it adds depth and elevate the itinerary beyond the river cruise itself. Lastly, another example is, of course, Amsterdam. Amsterdam as an extension is a wonderful and easy way to round out your trip. It works beautifully not only for river cruise guests, but also for ocean cruise passengers, in case you have those as well, since Amsterdam is such a popular embarkation and disembarkation port, just a popular port. It allows you to add a few relaxed days without extra travel while experiencing authentic Dutch culture, from cheese and clock demonstrations to charming countryside villages. you really get the classic windmill and canals experience. So again, we are very big in the Netherlands. We have a lot of good contracts with hotels and do a lot of business there. So if you ever have clients that request that, we can definitely put a very beautiful program together for you there. Cities frequently used, just to give you a quick overview. So if we do the Rhine, Main, Moselle, it's usually Amsterdam, Basel, Lucerne, and Strasbourg. If your clients choose the Danube, we would go Prague, Vienna, Budapest, Munich, or Nuremberg. For the Elbe, it's Dresden and Prague. And then, like I said a little bit earlier, Atlantic North Sea cruise is Amsterdam, The Hague, Utrecht, and Rotterdam. Next, what to include in a strong program. So when building pre or post cruise extension, we recommend keeping the program simple, seamless, and of course, centrally located. We choose hotels usually in the heart of the city and include airport and ship transfers to reduce the logistics and create a more smooth guest experience. So everything is included. We also recommend or always include a guided city tour and a dedicated local tour escort that really does the organization, does the planning, so the guests can really arrive, turn their brain off, and just enjoy. And it also, helps add structure and value, additional value if you have somebody local that's knowledgeable. So when you send us your request, it would also be very helpful for us to know which cities are already included in the cruise itinerary. So obviously that we do not duplicate any experiences and to understand your guests' activity level, age range, of course, the interests. With that, we can really design a customized program for you that is unique to your client rather than one group fits all, which we really don't like to do in general anyhow. So the more information you give us, the better we can tailor. And usually what we do is, we go back and forth until it's right. You give us your initial request, we ask questions. Sometimes we do a video call with you really to get all the details that we need, and then we create a strong program for you. I know you have a choice. There is quite a lot of DMCs. What makes us different? So we are, besides of being around for 25 years now, we really love what we do. We deeply care. We see us as an extension of you, and we are flexible and reliable. While we are operating a lot of groups a year, we are still a small team, and you always get the same people. So if you already have worked with us before, usually you get me in the beginning. And then it goes to our team in Dresden. Aline is now the head of sales, and she used to do all the quotes. Now Sarah, here on the right, is 90% creating the quotes. Robert is for the South American market, but if Sarah or Arlene are out of the office, he jumps in and helps. And once it comes to a booking, you get our three lovely operation team. Either it's Sophie on the left, Jenny in the middle, or Louisa on the right. Combined, they have been with us for 12 years. And that's us. Me, you probably know Louis, the managing director, and then the office in Munich is responsible for the European incoming market. But for our market here, North America and Canada, this is our team, and you will always be able to get a hold of one of us. Oh, what I didn't mention, we also have a 24/7 emergency service, meaning if your groups are local or once they are local and something happens, you will always get a real live person on the phone, and it's always one of our team members. And that is it. Oh, 10:14. I made it in time. Okay, thank you so much for your time. I will now stop screen sharing and really just see if there are any questions that came in. If you have no questions, then I thank you for joining. Again, you will get the recording emailed. You will see that also on our website. Feel free to reach out, send me an email, call me, text me. Even if you have a question and not just a request, you can always reach out and we do whatever we can to help you. and to support you. So thank you so much. I'll stop sharing now and check the chat real quick. Uh, Okay, perfect. Yes, you're welcome. And Mike, hi, Mike. What cruise lines do we use? So we don't do the cruise lines. We only do the land packages. So we do the pre and post river cruise extensions. Our clients lose anywhere from Croisi to Amadeus Waterways to Viking to all the big ones that are out there, but we don't specifically work with cruise lines at all. We actually just organize the land package for people that like to maybe come, I don't know, 4 or 5, 6 days earlier and just experience the city, maybe surrounding countries, not countries, but areas, regions, or post cruise stays. Great question, though. All right, I think I answered the question. I thank you for your time. I will end the webinar now. And if you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.